Hello. Okay, so I have this app, BirderAI, right? I made this a couple years ago, and yeah, it detects bird calls. You listen to a bird, and it tells you what bird you're listening to. Gotten some decent users recently. It's up to about 2,200, and it's growing fairly steadily, which I was kind of surprised at, considering I keep getting these notifications coming through because I have a 1.8 star review or 1.8 star rating on there. Horrible rating, right? Um, So yeah, this app's been out there for like a year and a half or so now, and it's been needing to be updated. But like many things, it's a side project. I made it, and I have not been able to do anything with it. So I kind of wanted to look into what's going on. We can see some reviews here in just a minute and see why it is so bad. But I can tell you right away, it's mostly because the model that I have in there, it's not a good model. Um, I had made two models, and the first one is the one that's actually packaged in there right now. The second one, that's a much, much better model, never made it into this app. I ran out of time to be able to do that. So I'm hoping to come back now to go ahead and add that model in there. Um, so I want to take a look at kind of the way this app is set up. Um, because there are many different pieces to it, right? Like the main app is in JavaScript. We use Python to actually do all of the training and to create the model. Then we use Cordova to move the JavaScript over to Android and iOS. So a lot of different pieces that are moving around here, and would like to kind of review all of them and make a video while I'm doing it, so that way you can see how Birder's set up. And maybe I can encourage you that by the time this is out, to go to that link and improve my rating on Birder. Um, I don't make any money from it. It's a free app, but I just like showing it off because it's a cool app. Um, yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at these reviews because they're horrible reviews. Um, for example, it's loading. It's loading so badly because they are horrible reviews. While it's loading, I'll show you this Kaggle competition for the bird sound recognition. This is where I got the motivation to create the second iteration of this model. I use a sound event detection, which is pretty much where we are taking a model and training it on some data that might not be all accurate, and then using the prediction from that model or the classification to whittle that training data down to find the actual spots that are accurate. Um, so this competition right here, they used sound event detection, or the winning notebook did, that really improved the accuracy of the model. Uh, However, the model that is in the current program does not use that. It's a bad model. As we can see here, didn't identify the birds correctly. Not great. Audio keeps freezing up. Won't spit out nearby species. Horrible. Every second bird is a black-topped warbler. I did have a couple decent ones, like perfect. I don't know how that worked. Despite birds being extremely loud, this app failed to find any of them. Great, lots of birds, and a cool interface. Now that's the type of review you're looking for. It was from me. But, so yeah, we're going to take a look here and figure out what's going on. How can I improve this model? How is this app even set up? So, pretty quick in this video, so let's look real quickly through what's going on here. In build, this is where we have our Docker files and some scripts to run Cordova. I have a Docker file for the model, a Docker file for local JavaScript development, one for the Cordova conversion itself, and another one that actually gets sent to a Mac in the cloud box for the iOS version. So that's all here in build. Assets, we just have images. Cordova iOS is the thing that comes out of local Cordova to go to Mac OS. Models, this is where we need to improve it. These are more just assets, just images, backgrounds. Secret, that's where I'm going to keep all of my keys, so we're just not even going to worry about that one. And then app is where all the JavaScript is going to be. This is all built in Vue 2. So probably not this weekend, but maybe the next time that I'm able to make videos, we might tackle converting this over to Vue 3. But right now it's going to stay as Vue 2. And then here we can see birderinfo.json. Now this is where the original 1,000 birds are at, right? This app, it knows of 1,000 birds to classify. And all of that is originally in birderinfo.json. Florida birds is where the second model is at. This is the one that we need to implement. So this is going to be our objective over the next day and a half to get done. That's ambitious. It's a Saturday afternoon, so I have today and some of tomorrow to work on this. And I'll be trying to make videos along the way. That's going to slow this down. But we're going to push through it and see how fast we can get this done. So yeah, here is some plugins that we have. What Sanity is. It just says Sanity. Makes sense. We have this Nayuki.js. This is where we use the fast Fourier transforms. Audio.js is this is where we're tapping into the what's that called? The Web Audio API, I believe. I think I have that all in app.view. We look for audio plugins, audio init. I'll just come straight from this. Node, audio context. So yeah, we're using an audio context, which is with. This is how we're going to be doing some of this, where I'm going to guess at what it is, and we're going to have to double check it. So yeah, it is the Web Audio API. And here we can do things like create sound effects or use an audio context to record audio. Boom. So that's what we're using here with this audio plugin. And then the wave processor is a separate audio worklet processor that we use to actually do the fast Fourier transform. And I'll explain later why this is all separate and we don't just use the built-in spectrogram method. Anyway, this is probably long enough for this. So if you're interested in how in the heck do you build a bird classification model, or how do you convert a view application over to Android and iOS with Cordova, or how do you move a TensorFlow model into TensorFlow JS, any of these things, stick around. I'm going to try to cover all of them in this little video series over the next day or so.